Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to today's episode of hitting my new peak rank in Valorant, which if you guys don't know what my peak rank is, it is Diamond 1, so I want to try to hit Diamond 2 by the end of this act. We're still Plat 2. Been the last couple the recent games I've been winning a decent amount, but for a little while there I was 5-stacking with my friends. We lost, I deranked. Kind of played poorly in some of these, played okay in some of them, you know, drew that. It is what it is, but at least the last couple games I've been playing pretty well. Now I'm not gonna lie, this past week, and what I'm basically talking completely about is peaking. I am a terrible, I don't have that fundamental skill down, right? When I watch like high level players play the game, not for just entertainment, like I watch some because he's a cool, like he makes some fun videos, but when I watch him, like, it seems so simple. It looks simple, but it's definitely not. It just doesn't feel that simple. So I've watched a couple videos about how to like peak effectively or whatever, and I think the last, like, these 3 KJ games, these, you know, on Split, Sunset not really, but Split and Pearl especially, I was actually like, felt like I was playing better and peaking better just on those 2 games. And basically, I mean, it's been helpful, but I'm still terrible at it. I need to get better at it. I think my main issue, if I had to really break it down, is that I don't peek with a purpose when I swing out. I peek just because I peek. I don't know. Like, I'm just like, ooh, let's peek this. Like, there's no purpose to it. Like, if you jump peek to get info, or if I just wide swing, I'm not like ready to take a gunfight sometimes. That's probably my biggest issue that needs to be worked on, right? Instead of nitty-gritty stuff. Like, I think my aim is semi-okay, right? It's not the best, but you know, everyone says that aim comes down to crosshair placement, and especially when you're peeking, just, you know, understanding it, like, if you don't peek well, your aim's probably going to be bad. At least that's what people say. So we're working on it. I'm gonna get better at it. I think that definitely this game on Split that we're gonna be watching here, I actually did pretty well with proactively thinking about it. There's a couple instances where I think it was pretty bad, or it was just, I just messed up. But definitely, I mean, I went 25 and 14. Really good game, and we'll get into it here soon. But if you guys have any recommendations for me to, like, who to watch or whatever to kind of get better at peaking, I know I've watched Royal G's video on how to peak, and that was a pretty good one. That he kind of broke it down into easy segments, which is pretty easy to understand. But you know, that, and I just got to play the game and kind of just grind it out and really just drill it into that basic fundamental movement, because it's not there. It's not there, and I've never really thought about it until now, and who knows? Hopefully it gets better. But today's overview, we're going to be getting into the Split game where we won 13-10, went 25 and 14, team MVP on KJ. And I'm going to take some of the advice from the person in my last video that commented, basically saying to stick to one role or stick to a couple characters. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into today's gameplay and break this down. Starting on round 1, the whole team died, but I got 2 kills. Honestly, with pretty decent gun crosshair placement. We lost the round. Round 2, traded my duelist in mid, got the kill, and then I did it again off of my raise and got the kill. Honestly, we won the eco round, which was really nice. Round 3, got a double kill, but in that double kill, I probably could have peeked better to isolate the gunfight. A little nitpicky stuff, but honestly, you know, it is what it is. And then after that, I just absolutely dogged on the Cypher and won. So we won the round, so that's pretty good. Round 4, didn't do much. I just placed my ult. We won the round. Round 5, I should have peeked better, either jump peeked for information, but I just swung it and I lost, and I died and we lost the round, so that was unfortunate. Round 6, it was a semi-okay semi okay peak. I shouldn't have sprayed so much prior, rather just spraying out of the smoke, and then I probably could have gotten the second kill. We lost the round for that. Round 7, I think that kill was just luck. Honestly, I don't know how it hit him. I think I was still moving and the bullet just hit him in the head, so that was pretty good. We won the round though, so that's nice. Round 8, there was 2 people coming out of, I think it's A main, and I heard the Sova droning, so I figured let me throw a molly and bounce it off the wall to try to kill the Sova, when I should have just held the angle since it was still a 1v1, but my teammate did clutch up the round. So that was just, I should just hold the angle since Sova's gonna drone. It's gonna be a 1v1 then, right? But it is what it is. Round 9. This was honestly kind of unfortunate timing. I should have backed up after clearing it so then I could clear vents, but I just was exposed to both angles and, you know, I died. But my teammate aced, so we won the round. Round 10, I actually played this pretty well. I jump peeked and I didn't see anything, so then I did position my crosshair to kind of like peek out of when they were coming out screens, and the Cypher must just got insane timing and he was already pretty close, so I lost the gunfight because my crosshair placement wasn't right there. But we won the round, so it was pretty cool. Teammates were kind of goated this game. Round 11, I had good reposition since I got scanned by the Sova. I was pretty unlucky though, because as I was rotating through vents, my gun was playing for the enemy team and I couldn't see the Cypher, and so we lost the round. Round 12, I had a decent ult, got one heaven, but we lost the round. It was unfortunate. Round 13, we switched to defense. I cooked them, bro. I honestly cooked them. Good util all around. I love it when I'm playing Sentinel and people just come to my side. It's honestly just so enjoyable. Round 14, my turret, MVP. Not joking. I actually laughed in that moment. Round 15, there was pretty decent crosshair placement, but I still lost the 1v2. Round 16, it was a 1v1 against a Cypher. I honestly played it pretty well, making him think that I was going to come out heaven, but since he had planted and I had enough time, I wrapped around onto ramps and then came out through a main and got the kill. So it's pretty good to clutch by my part. Round 17, the Jet killed me with her ult. My team won the round though. Round 18, I got one kill and we won the round. There wasn't much to it. Round 19, I almost clutched for the win, but I didn't hear the Raze drop unless she must have like silently went down the rope. And honestly, if I just looking back at the fight, I probably could have tucked after she tucked and I could have just pressed her the defuse, so then she would have to fight me. So I kind of misplayed that, but it was honestly still pretty okay round. Round 20, Breach had a good stun, but you know, we lost the round. I got a kill off of it. Round 21, everyone died on the save round, or I don't know why we didn't have guns here. Can't remember. Round 22, I got 2 kills off of my util, but I overheated and I should have waited for my clove to peek heaven and just held like, what is it called? Elbow? The elbow's angle. So I died early and then she lost. That was unfortunate. And then the last round, round 23, honestly, this is why the Bucky is my best gun. And honestly, like, just watching the gameplay, my games recently have been actually pretty good. Teammates have been pretty good and it's pretty nice. And at the time of the recording, I have hit plat 3, like 20 RR, but I D-ranked out. So I'm probably like 2 games away. Unless I match MVP, I might be 1 from P3. So you know, plat 3 could happen pretty soon and maybe we'll get a little bit further than that. But like I said, the games have been pretty well, and you know, this game I was actually kind of really feeling myself, and it did help that prior to playing this game, I'd watched a couple peeking videos on how to peek properly. I still have to work on it. It's going to be one of those things I just need to ingrain in my head and really just get some reps in order to do it. And, you know, we'll see what happens. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you. And don't forget to comment down below some constructive criticism, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks again.